Hello, wonderful people. In today's video, we'll be starting a new series. And this series is going to be pretty basic. We're just going to be building a tower defense simulator. You guys can join along the ride. Maybe learn a little bit about creative. And let's head right in. Alright guys, we're going to head straight into build. Now to start off, you're going to need yourself an AI patrol path node. I'm going to need a couple of these. We're just going to go ahead and set that out. We're going to need ourselves a guard spawner. We're going to need a item granter. And ourselves an elimination manager. Now to start off, we're going to go ahead and set up our elimination manager, which is the easiest part. Basically, all we're going to do is go in here, do target type to whatever guard that you're using. I'm just going to set it to shadow guard, as that's what I'm going to be using. You can also use any guard, or depending on like if you want to have multiple types of guards, you can. We don't have to worry about the rest of these things right here. So we're going to do on eliminated. Item granter. Grant item. That's all we got to do there. And in our item granter, we got to do, instead of triggering play, we're going to do all, keep all, and then grant on cycle to yes, and then grant behavior wrap. And then in here, you're just going to drop how much gold you're going to get from your guards. I'm just going to drop in 10. Drop 10. Drop 10. Right there. So now then whenever one of these guys dies, it should drop gold into your inventory. Now what we want to do here, shadow, spawn count 1, allow infinite spawn no, spawn limit 1, team index will be wildlife and creature. They will not spawn on a timer, they will not spawn through walls. We want to make their spawn radius a 2.5, no spawn visual effect. Now you can set their health to whatever you want. I'm just going to keep it at 100. Show health bar will not have on. Patrol will on. We're going to put our patrol path group as 1. They will never change patrol paths. Their max patrol distance will just be max. And their visibility range will be 0. Or as low as we can make it, which is 0. They will not have team awareness propagation, nor will they drop inventory. They will have low accuracy. And they will not have alertness. So this is our basic little guard spawner here. So what we want to do here is when we go in here, and on spawn, we want to go back into the guard spawner. Reset total spawn count. Which means whenever we spawn one, it'll reset the count, so we can just spawn them individually. So now what we can do is we can set up our button, which is be our test button for spawning the guards. All we want to do is take this button, event, guard spawner, spawn. Now in our AI patrol path node, we're going to have patrol path as group 1. It's going to be enabled at game start. The patrolling mode, they'll stop at end. They will have show path in debug and in edit mode. Now we're just going to map out a basic little map. We'll just do something like this. Just quite simple. And this will be the end right here. Now what we want to do is take our AI path. We want to put 1 right here at the start, and then just take it through. Now I'm going to turn drops on just so I can drop these through. Now I would recommend trying to make sure that your patrol nodes are quite straight, just like this. Actually mine are not very straight, but it's alright. So once we have it, take it all the way to the end and make sure it goes inside the end box. As you see right here, this is our little setup that we have. We're just going to grab a player spawner. Pop it down right here. And then start our game. Now that we're right here, if we hit this button, as you can see, a guard will spawn. And they are very unaware. They're very dumb, I'll be honest. You see they'll start going down the path. And you can't apply speed modules and all that to them. This is our basic little guy. Now we can just pickaxe them. And since we have the reset total spawn count, we should be able to press this as many times as we want. Just spawn a silly little guy here. Kill him, spawn one. And then just keep killing them. And as you can see, every time we kill one, we gain 10 gold in our inventory. As you can see, we've killed 3. Now, although we are able to press the button multiple times, as you saw there, even when you hit it more than once, it will still not let you spawn more than one at a time. Now that is an issue that has just been like a bug. It used to be able to where when you reset the total spawn count, you could spawn multiple. But currently, doesn't really work now. And hopefully that will get fixed by the time that we do finish the series so that our AI does work. But as for now, we can just have this button here that will spawn them. Now, I'm just going to go ahead and start building a basic little map around the place. And I'll see you guys at the end of the montage. Alright, now as you guys can see, we have just some basic little terrain. I did go a little overboard, but I do think it looks fine. Now that we have our terrain, we continue in the tutorial. Now as you can see right here, you want to get yourself a trigger and put it right here. Then you want to grab yourself a tracker. Place this down just right here. Then you want to take the stat track to events. The target value, you want it to be whatever you want your health to be. Now I'm just going to put mine as, we'll say 10. Starting value 0. We're going to have assign on game start. And then align with assign on joining in progress. Tracker title, you can set this to whatever. I'm just going to set it to elite or lives. Then we want to set it up so the sharing is all, and then when the target's reached, we want to end the round. The winning team will be 100, which will be nobody. The amount to change on each event depends on whatever you want it to be. I'm going to do 1, so it's 10 lives. It's going to show on both HUDs. You can change that around if you want to. You want to do show progress as remaining. Quest icon, you can do whatever. I'm going to put it as a heart. And then just make it red. Then what I'm going to do right here, increment progress, the trigger. So then once this is done, at 10, it'll end the game. I can show you right here if we go in here. You don't want to make sure this is invisible, enabled, and can't get triggered by anything. I am going to turn on damage real quick though. So you can see if I start the game. You can also spawn in a guard. If we run down here, as you can see up on the top left, we have our lives. Currently we have 10 out of 10 lives. So if we go up to here, you see they slowly start going down. And then once we hit 0, the game ends. So now that we have our basic system set up, we're going to go back into this. Do trigger the player and damage off. Now you can keep damage on if you'd like to. Now this is our basic setup for our map. And now that we have our pretty basic setup, this is all going to be all for this episode. If you guys enjoyed, like, subscribe, and if you guys want to leave a comment on what we should name this map, feel free to. I'll see you guys later.